actually at Walmart.
I saw her, and I think I walked around a little bit. I wasn't sure if I should talk to her or not, and then I got in and went ahead and just decided to talk to her.
That's when he said, "It's Angela, isn't it?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "Do you remember we met about 8 months ago at Lori's?" And I was like, "Sure."
I called her a few days later, and we went to the movie on Friday night, and then the next day we went to Pierre Marquette up the Great River Road. I think we ate at the Finn End.
But we had a good time, and then we got in the car, and it was like a perfect evening. He actually had a convertible, and then we drove into St. Louis and had a couple beers at O'Leary's, and we had a really good time. But it just seemed like after that he kept calling me.
From there, I would just kind of call her, every night and kind of see what she was doing. If she wanted to do things, I would try to do things and kind of start something out. So that's how we got started.
Eric is just really a good person. He really is thoughtful. He thinks of others first. With me, he always thought of me first. Even what little money he did have, if it was something I wanted, I got it, even if it meant that he didn't eat, so he always put me first. He's also very loyal, and the biggest thing with me is he got along with my family. Like within 2 weeks, my dad had a big project with planting seeds in the yard, and I live on 7 acres, so this was like a daunting task. But he jumped right in to help and spent all day helping us, and he didn't even know us. So him just showing that he actually included my family, knowing how much they mean to me, that was just to me. It was just perfect. It meant a lot. And then also he really likes to do a lot of stuff. So we had the same interests. We both like to travel. We like to hike and climb and that. So, and he's really intelligent. Like Eric really keeps up with stuff, and especially with things that are going on in the world. So it makes it interesting for me to talk to.
I told her I loved her, and and she definitely was a little more reserved. I don't think she felt that way for a while.
It didn't take me long after that, just knowing who he is as a person, for me to develop more romantic feelings.
Well, she gave me that leather jacket for Christmas, and it had a note in there that said, "I love you." So that's how she told me. So, but yeah, it felt great. I was really happy for her to say that, and I couldn't believe it for a little bit. I was like, really?
But no, it was probably about 6 months we had been together. He was really taking things seriously, and we just had so much fun together that whole summer going into the fall. And then for Christmas, I actually got him a leather jacket, and then I actually put a note in it that said, "I love you." And then I gave it to him, and he found it.
And I had the ring, I think, about 2 years before I gave it to her. I think what it was, I was going to give it to her on a trip of some sort, and then when we left, we had got packed up. I think I forgot the ring, and I was like, "Oh," I was like, "Uh-oh, there we go." So I was waiting for like a weekend trip or something, and I never could find the right opportunity. I felt like
we ended up getting a house together, and we bought that, preparing for our future. And then Eric it was actually during financing for the house, when they were going through like credit and stuff, that they named off an account that I didn't even know or recognize. And when looking at the one of the presidents of the bank, I was like, "Oh, Eric, our credit got stolen, or our credit card somehow, because I don't recognize this account." "No, Eric," I was like, "somebody took like a couple $1,000s of ours. I don't recognize this." He's like, "Angela, it's okay."
I was like, no, don't worry, don't worry about it. She just kept prying. "What is that? Someone's got our money or something." I'm like, no, don't worry about it. And somehow she just got quiet. I think maybe God just intervened and just kind of went like that, like Obi-Wan Kenobi did to the stormtroopers, And she kind of just got quiet all of a sudden. It just went away, and then it's like, whew, dodged a bullet on that. And then she totally forgot about that account because I never heard about it again. And I went ahead and just paid the ring off. And like I said, I'd had it for a while, and I was just waiting for the opportunity.
Apparently, he had the ring for almost 3 years before he gave it to me. I thought maybe he was just waiting for a time for me to be nice. But no, he actually wanted to pay for it all himself, and so we could start life. Yes, so when we started our future together, there was no debt or anything.
Well, basically, I guess the problem I had is I was just trying to wait for the perfect opportunity, because I gave it to her. I wanted to make sure that, you know, it was a special time and it was something she'd always look back on and not feel like she got cheated. Or we started this trip to Anna, Illinois to see the Southern Illinois Wine Trail. So we're going to be at this old schoolhouse for, I don't know, 2 nights, 3 nights? 3 nights. So we were there 3 nights. And then that's when I kind of found the opportunity. I had it in my pocket the whole time on the whole drive down. I was kind of sweating. I was like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? And I figured, well, the perfect opportunity will come, I'll know it. And then I figured once we got on the wine trails, there might be a good opportunity there in those vineyards and stuff. So that's kind of how that happened.
He went by the vines, and we started walking through the vines, the grapevines and stuff, and he went down on one knee. I thought he fell, and I was like, oh, hell, you fell? And then when I looked at him, he had like a little tear in his eye, and I was like, oh, and you hurt yourself? I was like, oh, I can't carry you back. And then he got down on one knee. He's like, you know, Angela, I love you very much. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. He goes, will you do the honor of marrying me?
Yeah, she said yes. She stood there for a minute, and she seemed a little confused, and she said something, and then she said yes. I think she made a joke, you know, about me falling down or something. And then when she realized I was proposing to her, she got real serious all of a sudden. So, and then she said yes, and then I gave her a kiss.
Oh, it was perfect. I mean, the whole day was perfect. The weather was perfect. The day was perfect. The moment was perfect. I couldn't have asked for anything better or more special.